Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming into DSPA, and I wanted to thank you, Greater Heat, for organizing this event. So this is our first cohort for DSPA, and I'm very excited to be here. What I want to talk about today is the essential part of Filecoin, which is the storage provider community. So in the next few minutes, we'll talk about what is storage provider community, what is its significance and its value to the ecosystem. To start off, I want to say, let's understand what the storage provider is. So storage provider is the storage provider community consists of diverse organizations or even individuals that provide storage services to the people that in the network. These services plays a crucial role in the decentralized and secure storage of data using the power of blockchain technology. As you see in the slides, we currently have 3,500 storage provider systems across 44 countries that's contributing over 12 exabytes data capacity to the Filecoin network. I understand that in this past 2 days, we've been talking a lot about the data and the graphic info of like how many data are in the network, so I'm not going to go into that again. So the Filecoin foundations have to provide storage providers the resources and tooling that they need to serve their clients and storing large data sets of amount of data into the Filecoin network. So here are 5 of why the community is important in the Filecoin ecosystem. The first one we can see is collaboration and knowledge sharing. What I mean by this is that the Filecoin community fosters collaboration among developers, storage providers that it's in the ecosystem. Community members that's actively sharing their knowledge. This can be seen as in DSPA itself, as in today. We have lots of different storage providers from different regions. We have, we call them in virtually and non-virtually. So if you're in the community, we're trying to help each other to build our businesses. And then the second one, we have community governance. By being in the storage provider community, the storage provider have the opportunity to participate in the governance of the network. This can be seen in our FIP projects, the ones that's run by the governance team. Basically, we're trying to build a decentralized decision-making to ensure that the network evolves based on the consensus and input of its stakeholders, promoting transparency and inclusivity. The third one, we have technical development and improvement. This is also connected to the second one. I know sometimes storage providers, they often runs into problems that they doesn't know how to resolve. That's what the community is here for about. We're trying to help you. And by connecting with each other, we're trying to resolve each other's conflicts in a very healthy way. The fourth one, we have community support and help, which later I will explain on what we can offer from the Filecoin foundations to support those SPs that we have in all those regions. And the fifth one, we have trust and reputation. So as community members, we want to showcase what we have to our clients, investors, or other partners that we have. But by showcasing the true value of and being healthy in the community, we can gain their trust, and we can gain SP also gain their reputations from the ecosystem. Okay, so this is just a graph of by equality of justice power. So lots of storage providers that we have are in China, in Hong Kong, and in Singapore. This is the graph that we have now. Okay, so I just want to go back a little bit about the history of the storage providers in Filecoin. Sorry. So before we delve into the present state, back then, the history of the Filecoin of the storage providers in Filecoin is closely intertwined with the project of Filecoin that's introduced by Juan Bennett in 2014. And then after years of research development and community engagement, the testnet was launched in December 2019. So Filecoin aimed to address the challenges of traditional centralized storage systems by leveraging the power of blockchain and decentralization. With the testnet being launched after more conduct research and practices, in October 2020, we released the mainnet, which marked the official debut of the storage provider community, where providers began offering their storage services in exchange for Filecoin token. So as you can see here in the Web3 stack, we have IPFS and Filecoin in the graph. Let me see. So current state, I believe that the storage provider community can be improved, and looking at the infographic before, the diversity is one of the most important. Then this is one of the awesome thing about this Web3. Today, the storage provider community has become an integral part of the Filecoin ecosystem, which is playing a vital role. The community, as the community continues to grow, attracting both large-scale storage providers and individual participants, thus reinforcing Filecoin vision of a truly distributed network where these storage providers obtain the latest information and connected through the community. So the next one, I just want to talk about, so what type of information is to be shared in the community itself? So digital engagement and communication are the fundamental pillars of our relationship with the storage providers community. They allow us to share important information, nurture collaboration, and ensure that our providers have the knowledge and resources to excel in their role. This is one of our community updates that we do quarterly. Our quarterly webinar, known as the community updates, serve as a valuable platform for sharing the latest news, developments, and insight within the storage provider community. During this webinars, we also discuss about the Filecoin ecosystem, upcoming updates, upcoming events, highlight key milestones that we have, and address any questions or concerns raised by the storage providers. The next one, this is also one of our community projects that we have, which is the 0 to 1 storage provider community. The 0 to 1 is a monthly open discussions that we hold to interview the current stage, the current storage providers, allowing them to share their experiences, knowledge, and best practices. It's a collaborative session where we learn from each other, from each storage providers, where we can exchange ideas and provide valuable insight for both new and existing providers to change their storage operations. So if you scan the this one, is going to take you to the 0 to 1 web page where you can register for the next one. I believe the next one will be June 29, which is it today or in 2 days on Thursday? And if you and then we understand that sometimes the time zone is a difficulty, so it will all be recorded and will be put on YouTube later on. And then this is our storage provider working group calls that we also held. So we have 4 that we currently host, which is in the Europe region, in America, in Asia, and Singapore. With the time zone differences, we recommend you to attend the Asia storage provider working group calls, which is we do it bi-weekly on a Wednesday. And then Singapore ones, we do it bi-weekly on a Tuesday. You can message me if you are interested in coming into these meetings and listening to our latest updates and details of what we have. And then the next ones, we have collaborative operations. So collaboration is a key driver of success within the Filecoin ecosystem. We believe in empowering our service provider community by providing support and creating opportunities for collaboration. So let's take a closer look on what we can offer. So essentially, we have three parts that we can offer on terms of like collaborations at the moment. So the first one, we have events. We recognize that because we have lots of different service providers in the region, we recognize that the value of the events as platforms for knowledge sharing, networking is essential for collaborations. One of the opportunities that's coming from here that we offer is from a program called Orbit. It is also run by the Filecoin Foundation. Orbit is an example of an event where we allow service providers to host event where they are allowed to use the Filecoin name, but the storage providers is the one hosting the event and will help with the funding, but it will be totally in your region. We're just helping you with the guidance on how to create an organized and well-mannered event. And then the second one, we have sponsorships. In addition to hosting events, we also offer sponsorships for certain events within the Filecoin Web3 spaces. This doesn't stop at the Filecoin event itself, but we also create opportunities within other Web3 events that we are attending, such as in April, we sponsored the Wangshan Blockchain Week, and then we open a sponsorship for service providers if they want to be into the grid itself. And then there are also perks coming from being a sponsorship, for example, an exclusive dinner, VIP dinners, and then like you got presentations to market your product. The third one, we have social or digital amplifications. At Filecoin, we understand the importance of amplifying your event. So that's why we provide support by amplifying your events through our social media channels and other digital platforms to help you to increase visibility, attract a broader audience, and encourage participation for the wider community. Collaboration opportunities within the Filecoin ecosystems is one of the things that we offer. Whether it's you want to host Orbit or you want to do a side event, we're open to every collaboration opportunities. So this is one of the example of the recent events that we have. We have DSPA, and then the conversation with Andrew Yang and Juan Bennett was the one that we had during Singapore. And then last month, which is during Phil Singapore. And then last month, this one, the Web3 Infrastructure Summit in London, we did that last month, and it was organized by Seagate and BlockZ. And we are only helping with the funding and then like providing with the dinners and networking event. So if you scan this QR code, it'll be like the upcoming calendar for events. Okay, and then this slide is essentially what Orbit events is, because we want to push more Orbit events. So currently Orbit events, they reach 8 regions in Asia, but if you are interested, I can connect you with Robert because he's in charge with the Orbit events. But essentially, there'll be guidance on materials on what you can deliver. It can be an FAM workshop, it can be a storage provider workshop. And then once you click on the form and submit it, the team will review it for you. I believe that the slides will be shared later on, so you can click on the link itself. And then next one is, so what do you need next? So I recommend for everyone here to scan this one. So this is the DSPA Slack channel. We will be posting everything here later on after the event is done. I'm giving everyone a minute. Okay, so by joining this working group is also you gain access to a lot of different resources and industry insight, and we want to amplify this one because it will be for the Asia channel. And then there's more ways to be connected within the community. We have Twitter Space, we have the Filecoin Slack, we have the documents, and then we have D-Store that we just launched a month ago, and we have the YouTube channel for Filecoin SP. And then one other thing that our latest program that we just launched last month was Partner Portal. So the Partner Portal is a valuable online resources that provide informations like documentation, technical guides, but it's essentially designed for storage providers to have access to the resources to be able to deliver that to their clients. So it's like use cases that we did in the past, IDC papers, essentially of videos of like what is Filecoin in there. So you can scan this, but I will give you a demo right now to see what's in the portal itself. And then it's also in 10 other languages like Mandarin, Korean, and Japanese. Wait, should I just like So when you scan the QR code, it's basically going to take you here, which what you want to do is join the D-Store portal. And once you join in, it'll send you a verification code for it. But I'll just log in now to see. Okay, awesome. So basically the portal itself is like a one-stop shop and find everything here. Okay. And then if you scroll here, and then you can change also the languages into the ones that you want. On the right side, we have the D-Store playlist connected. We have Glyph, we have Tuan speaking, we have the IDC paper here, the one right here that was purposely made for the D-Store portal. And then there's also the hyperlink into the documents, the ROI calculator, the data copy connection, client explorer, and many more. Below here, we have also the client blocks. Twitter Space is also connected. So, and then there's also announcement on like events, virtual events, offline events, and everything else related to the search provider, and also tooling. Okay. So I recommend everyone to download, to sign up into the portal instead, because everything is already in there. And it does come in Chinese. So what is around the corner? So after this event in Hong Kong, what's around the corner is that next month, which is July, we'll be having Phil Paris, which is from July 15 to 21st. It's not only one event, but we have Funding the Commons under Phil Paris. We have Crypto Econ Day, which is also doing Phil Paris. So if you're interested, or if your team members are in Paris, they can go there, and they can also be connected with our storage providers in Europe. Besides this, we are planning on 2 more events during September, but it's just, we're still planning it, so I couldn't put it in here yet. So we're planning to do a Phil Jakarta during August, and then Bali, a side event in Bali during August. But once everything is finalized, I can share about the details in the group chat. And then during September, we're planning 2 more events, which is around Korea Blockchain Week, and another one in Singapore around Token 2049. Awesome. Thank you. Are there any questions?